There's going to be some significant off-gassing for a while now.
Chlorine leak. Emergency crews rushed to the Youngstown wastewater plant this morning when they find out hundreds of pounds of the chemical may have seeped into the air. But tonight, the potential danger has been contained. It's a story we covered as breaking news on First News at noon.
And new since then, we've uncovered more on how this started and the safety measures still in place tonight. WKBN has a team of reporters covering this major local story, from the road closures to the investigation to the possible health effects. We have all the angles covered. Let's begin tonight with 27 First News reporter Gerry Ricciutti live near the scene in Youngstown. Jerry?
Erica and Dave, we're standing in front of the wastewater treatment plant on Poland Avenue near Gibson. And at this hour, as you can see, the road remains closed, as does the Himrod Expressway above and to my left. After that chlorine leak this morning, waiting for it to safely evaporate into the environment. Although workers inside the wastewater treatment plant managed to get themselves outside, city firefighters raced to businesses in the nearby Performance Place Industrial Park to begin evacuations.
The evacuations were really determined by the wind direction, possible product movement.
In this case, the product was liquid chlorine, which started leaking inside one of the 21 buildings at the facility as workers were switching 2,000-pound tanks.
What happened is there was some form of a leak right at the valve head coming out of the cylinder. Don't know what caused it. They'll figure it out when they can get back into the building.
That wasn't going to happen quickly. Within an hour of the leak being discovered, hazmat and emergency management crews had arrived and began setting up decontamination tents for possible exposure victims. But as it turned out, only one employee, who walked out after everyone else had already left, was taken to the hospital for observation, but did not appear to be in any danger. Crews wearing protective gear managed to seal the pipe, but 400 to 500 pounds of chlorine spilled onto the floor of the building and quickly froze before it could evaporate.
We've got everything stopped off. It's no longer leaking, but until that stuff warms up and off vapors, it's still in the building. There's no way of cleaning that up.
Fire crews and plant workers will keep their eyes on the spill, as well as looking for changes in wind direction that could push the vapors elsewhere. But for now, 2 nearby roadways will remain closed as a precaution.
Poland Avenue between Gibson and Powersdale, and also the Himrod Expressway from 680 to Albert Street will be closed at least till tomorrow morning.
Now, that closure will, in fact, the businesses located inside that Performance Place Industrial Park, including the big Exol can plant. Those hundreds of workers were all sent home when this first started this morning, and by noon they had all been told not to come back until tomorrow morning with their first shifts. In the meantime, this took roughly 2 hours to contain this morning, but firefighters were telling me throughout this ordeal it could have been much, much worse. For now, live on the south side of Youngstown, I'm Gerry Ricciutti.